taking Hunt TV to a whole nother level. TP Outdoors Adventures. Look out!
TP Outdoors Adventures, brought to you by Ryan Chevrolet and by TP Outdoors True Value.
Welcome to this week's TP Outdoors Adventures. Well, as you can see by the surroundings, we're in a little different territory than where we normally are. Duck, we're not up a tree today, are we, buddy?
No trees today.
No trees today. Well, we're down here in Pouchon, Louisiana, headed off coast. We're going to go about 80 or 90 miles out in the Gulf and do some spearfishing, something a little different today. We're with Keith Tippin on his nice new boat. We got about 8 guys total going to be diving with us on this trip, and we'll introduce you to those guys in just a little bit. But first, let's talk about what got us doing this. I think 2.5, 3 years ago, Chris came to me and said, you know, I think we're going to do some scuba diving and put that on the show. So we went down to Underwater Treasures there in West Monroe and took a class. And got certified, everybody got certified, and we've just been putting it off, haven't done a trip, and finally we got with Bayou Divers there also in West Monroe, and he offered to loan us a bunch of gear and get us lined up. Keith Tippin volunteered his boat, and here we are. We can go out.
Ready.
Duck, I've always wondered why you got that hammerhead on your chest, and I think it's because you got a fear of them. Is that what that's all about?
All time to go spearfishing. It's during Shark Week.
It's Shark Week right now on TV, and we're out here. I hope we see some sharks. We're going to have a good time. So y'all stay tuned for this week's TP Outdoors Adventures.
Also on this week's diving adventure are some old friends and a couple of new friends for the TP team. Captain Keith Tippin, Dr. Scott McClellan, Gibson Steele, Ken Lowry, and Toby Armstrong.
We're going to head southwest once we go out of Bell Pass. We're going to head out kind of southwest.
Wait, don't tell all the good spots, because somebody might actually watch this show and see it.
Yeah, we don't want to know our hot spots.
That's right.
But we're going to run probably about 70, 80 miles out kind of southwest. We got a few little hot spots out there we like to go and try. So we can find some fish.
So, you know, we're going to be at different depths of water. The bottom depth's going to be about what?
It's going to range. It'll start out at, you know, around 50 feet, and we'll probably be in about 200, 250, maybe 300 feet of water.
We may go down as much as 150 or so to find a big fish, you think?
No more than 150, I'd say. You know, start getting down to 150, it's a little dangerous. So, yeah, we're gonna find some fish out there.
What you think we'll be shooting?
I hope we can find some grouper. Maybe we can pick us up a Warsaw, get us some gag grouper. Maybe we pick up some cobia, maybe some Almaco jacks.
Well, we got to at least find one good shark to put Duck on, because I want to see his eyes when that first shark swims up and starts investigating.
I have a shark out here, and this is my buddy. I'll send him over to go see Duck. So we'll get a little laugh out of that.
Duck's been sitting at home. You know, he hasn't been working the last couple of weeks. He's been sitting home watching Shark Week, and he is so nervous about those sharks. He don't know, you know, what's going to happen there. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that.
We're going to make sure he sees one. We're going to have fun with him.
It'll be fun.
After a couple of hours boat ride, the guys have arrived at their first oil rig and prepare for their first dive. Well, everybody but Duck. It looks like he's hiding and thinking about what might lie below.
When you hear the words new truck, it's no surprise your next thought is Ryan Chevrolet. Why? Because Ryan Chevrolet rules the world of trucks in our area. Ryan Chevy always has tons of trucks online and on the lot with the biggest selection of models and options to choose from. More Silverados, more heavy-duty diesels, more mid-size Colorados. And with more trucks comes more savings on the right deal for you.
Thanks again for making Ryan Chevrolet the #1 truck dealer in Northeast Louisiana.
Considering that today's trucks constantly evolve, Consolidated Truck Parts and Service continually invests in the newest equipment, technology, and training to keep us and you at the cutting edge of diagnostics, service, and repair. For example, our state-of-the-art lifting equipment allows our technicians to effectively perform our complimentary 55-point inspection to determine the real cause of the problem. Consolidated Truck Parts and Service. Superior service, superior speed, superior technology.
Nikon's no-fault policy was created for those who continually push the envelope, travel the farthest, stay the longest, brave the most hostile elements. We do our best to deliver on our promise of a lifetime of performance. And we'll stand with you should accidents happen. Trust earned. Nikon.
It's not about how many years you've been around, it's what you've done with that time. At Ouachita Valley Federal Credit Union, we're 60 years young and growing to better serve our members. Just in time for Sportsman's Tax-Free Weekend, we're offering pre-approvals on all your qualifying purchases, plus half a point off of your interest rate. Get all the gear you need tax-free and a payment plan you can afford. Ouachita Valley, 60 years young and named one of the top 200 healthiest credit unions.
Wind's blowing us this way, but current's going that way. So
I go off the starboard side of the boat, swim in the rig.
Okay.
Make sure I stay on the surface until you get a feel.
So right there, so to get the bottle, or so just go and swim over to the rig?
Oh no.
Now go ahead and just hang on the ball right now.
Just grab the line right now.
Go back, grab the line, hang on the line, and kind of wait on us. Just kind of chill out. We'll all be in in just a few minutes.
All right, guys, we're made for our first dive platform. We're fixing to go in the water. We got geared up. I thought it was hot to put this gear on, Keith. It's really hot now. I'm the first one to get geared up, so I'm gonna get in the water and just hang out while we're waiting on them because I'm about to overheat here. This is just a checkout dive here. We're not going to spearfish. Keith and they're just gonna carry their spears with them. All those newbies, we're gonna go down and just hang out and watch and learn on this trip. So it'll be a lot of fun. Y'all stay tuned.
Newbies.
Imagine that. Bill is always ready and the first to be ready for an adventure. He's completely suited up and in the water before anybody else even starts to suit up.
He gone. Oh. Nothing between Bill and open ocean.
Okay, Doug. Now we heard sharks only eat ducks on Fridays, so we think you're safe right now.
Let's head straight to that corner leg right there. Put your head down, stay on the surface, don't go in the water. Try to streamline yourself, and we're just going to swim straight to that leg there. We got a little bit of current, but if you just pace yourself, we'll get there, then we'll chill out on the surface for a minute, and everybody's ready, okay?
Camouflage wetsuits with bright yellow fins and tank.
The first dive is only about 30 miles offshore and in 60 feet of water. The water here is still green and not the clear blue water that they find when they get further offshore where it's deeper. But there sure are a lot of fish. Bill has descended down to the first cross structure on the rig at about 50 feet and stops to take in the amazing world of sea life. Keith has already scored on his first fish and is on the hunt for more dinner. Keith takes a minute from hunting and checks the air supply on Flip and Bill. Everybody's doing good on this first dive, so Keith can go back to hunting. Looks like the TP Outdoors team is getting the hang of diving. I hope Keith has an extra large ice box on the boat to hold all that fish. After moving further offshore out to blue water, the team is ready for a dive with spear guns. Let the hunt, let the fishing, let the fun begin. Right off the bat, Toby has spotted a lionfish. These fish have venomous spines and are very painful, as Duck is going to find out later in the show. Lionfish are an invasive species that are believed to be a major threat to the ecology of oceans. Keith and the other divers told Bill not to shoot a barracuda because they can be extremely hard to kill and are strong swimmers that can pull a diver to the bottom and drown the diver. Barracuda can also become aggressive after being shot and have large, shark-like teeth and can swim up to 27 miles per hour. You would know that the first fish that Bill would go for was a full-grown barracuda. Now, Bill, you should have known better than to try to shoot a fish that's bigger than the gun you're shooting. Sometimes you just gotta wonder if old Bill ain't a few bricks shy of a full load. Looks like Mr. Barracuda may be making the hunter the hunted. Old Duck is hanging out on the structure and having thoughts of Shark Week. Duck, son, you're not gonna get any fish if you're always looking for sharks. Keith and Bill have both spotted a nice mangrove snapper, and it's a race to see who can get the first shot. Looks like Bill needs to swim faster and get a bigger gun.
Well, guys, Keith, we were down there, and of course I'm just a rookie. First thing I did was I had my spear gun. I went to pull back and after I shot the first time and broke one band. I shot, my spear bounced off the next fish. I pulled it to recock it again, and that band broke. So I was out by then. But when I was going for that first fish, me and you were doing like this.
Yeah, we were predators, man. We were after him. So.
There was a mangrove snapper down there, and he saw it the same time I did. We were coming, and I think he swam a little faster than I do, or something.
Well, I think I had a little more reach with my gun, so I reached out there. Tapped him, and I didn't see you. So,
what'd you guys do down there that time?
Broke a band.
Broke a band. It's first trip of the year, and the equipment's kind of, you can tell. But we got more equipment. We're going back after them in a few minutes. So y'all stay tuned for more TP Outdoors Adventures.
At JTB, the trust is high.
I believe in the program here at JD Byrider. This day and time with all the financial problems, we understand that bad things happen to good people. And I like to be able to help someone to get into a quality vehicle and give them the opportunity to rebuild and reestablish their credit.
JD Byrider.
It's the way to
go, go.
From hunting to hardware, it's all in one store. We have everything that
TP Pro staff, you'll know what you're buying and how to use it. We field test what we sell. Find a lower price, we'll match it guaranteed. TP Outdoors.
From hunting to hardware, it's TP Outdoors.
After getting a different gun, Flip is fishing and Duck is running the camera. Flip, you better go back up and get a bigger gun, son. Flip is connected. There you go. Bill has just shot his first fish, and the fish is pulling Bill towards the bottom. Bill added air to his BC vest to get some flotation in hope of keeping from being pulled to the bottom. Only problem is, Bill overinflated the vest, and he's headed up to the surface. All experienced divers know that when coming up from 80 feet, you must take a safety stop at 20 feet for about 5 minutes to prevent from getting the bends. Bends can be very painful and kill a human. Bill has just gone from 80 feet under to the surface in less than 60 seconds. Bill, you better let the air out of your vest to get back down to depth ASAP before you die. Okay, Bill has made it back down to depth and plans to hang out, retrieve his fish, and regroup. These kinds of mistakes will get you killed. Duck has been watching Bill struggle with his fish and comes over to give him a hand. Duck just spotted a 6-foot shark just below them and is not happy about being in the water with bleeding fish and sharks circling below. And now Duck has just spotted a 25-foot whale shark. Bill hands Duck his spear gun and his fish so that he can swim out and see the whale shark. Now, Duck is not too happy about holding Bill's fresh fish with sharks all around.
From hunting to hardware, it's all in one store. We have everything that you're looking for. From hunting to hardware, it's TP Outdoors.
With our TP Pro staff, you'll know what you're buying and how to use it. We field test what we sell. Find a lower price, we'll match it guaranteed. TP Outdoors.
From hunting to hardware, it's TP Outdoors.
Ronnie Ward Toyota of Ruston is one of your Kelly Blue Book Fair Purchase Price dealers. Simply go to RonnieWardToyotaofRuston.com to find the vehicle you're interested in, like this new 2015 Toyota Camry LE or this new 2015 Toyota Corolla L. Now check Kelly Blue Book's fair purchase price for the same equipped vehicle. Even if the price doesn't match, bring in your quote, and if the vehicles are the same, we'll match it. It's that easy. Ronnie Ward Toyota of Ruston, your fair purchase price dealer.
Duck has tied off Bill's fish and decided to beat him out to the whale shark. Keith has spotted the whale shark, and he's decided to swim out and enjoy the adventure. Bill swims out to pet the shark. Yep, these guys are definitely more than a brick shy of a full load. After swimming with the shark, Bill gathers his gun and fish and returns to fishing. Keith is helping Duck choose which fish to shoot. In all the excitement, Duck forgot that the spear gun has recoil like a 12-gauge shotgun. He held the gun in front of his face and fired. The recoil hit him in the mouth, and not only hurt, but has knocked his mouthpiece out of his mouth, and he is 90 feet. Duck, I sure hope you paid attention in scuba class, son, and remember how to clear the water out of your regulator. Meanwhile, Bill has been hunting and spotted a triggerfish. Cameraman Toby has told Bill to shoot the triggerfish. I think old Toby is still laughing about this one. Now, in the pre-dive instruction, Keith told everyone, if they take a triggerfish, to first take your knife and cut the corners of its mouth because they'll bite the fire out of you. Only problem is, Bill doesn't realize the fish that he just shot was a triggerfish. The triggerfish just took a chunk out of Bill's leg. Oh, I bet that felt good. So now, the fish is bleeding, Bill is bleeding, and a shark is circling behind him. And we're out of time for this week's show. Tune in next week. Duck is headed to the top from 90 feet with a busted, bleeding upper lip and an airpiece knocked out of his mouth. Bill is fighting with a bleeding and mad triggerfish, and he is bleeding himself. And a shark is circling close by. This is gonna get good. You don't want to miss it. Thanks for tuning in to this week's adventure. Remember, memories are made by spending time with family and friends in the great outdoors. Make time to spend outdoors making memories of your own. If you'd like to learn more about scuba and underwater adventures, stop by either one of the great dive stores in West Monroe. A special thanks to Ben Dillingham at Bayou Divers for supplying all the gear for this week's show. Tune in next week for more TP Outdoors Underwater Adventures.
When you hear the words new truck, it's no surprise your next thought is Ryan Chevrolet. Why? Because Ryan Chevrolet rules the world of trucks in our area. Ryan Chevy always has tons of trucks online and on the lot with the biggest selection of models and options to choose from. More Silverados, more heavy-duty diesels, more mid-size Colorados. And with more trucks comes more savings on the right deal for you.
Thanks again for making Ryan Chevrolet the #1 truck dealer in Northeast Louisiana.